Update 1.0.1's test server is up and running, and as always I am here to bring you the latest and the hottest news. So in this episode I am going to cover all the new features with the update 1.0.1. Quite a weird number, I have to say. Who comes up with those numbers? Because for 1.0.1 it is not even 1.1. We receive entire new nation with completely new gun system. Province map is coming back to World of Tanks. Same goes to the Frontline battle mode. Premium shells, premium consumables are going to be tuned. A lot of changes. And 1.0.1. I am scared to even think about what they have for us in update 1.1. So yeah, all that and even more in today's episode. And finally guys, they are working on premium shells and consumables. So let's take a look. At the moment you see some gameplay action on the background with our new upcoming tier 10 Italian medium tank in this game called Progetto M4 Mod 65. But my Italian fans, please help me out over here. For once and for all, which version is correct? Version 1 Progetto or version 2 Progetto? Or maybe is there a version 3 as well? Just let me know which one is correct, because with a couple of my friends and with my viewers we have been arguing over it for a very long time already. So version 1 Progetto or version 2 Progetto or maybe version 3. Just help me out over here. Anyway, enough of the gameplay action on the background for now. Don't worry guys, for now. Let's quickly go over every single Italian tank in this game and let's see how they look, how the final version looks. Because you have seen all those vehicles already on my channel in one of my news episodes, but some of those tanks, for example, Progetto, I think, was just prototype version and not the finished version, not the polished version. So, Tier 1 Fiat 3000. Historical vehicle, nothing bad to say about that, nothing bad to say about any Tier 1 vehicles, because this is how it is. You can actually upgrade your con, but moving up in Tier 2 you have two options. You can either pick light tank L640 or medium tank M1441. And Italian tank line actually only has two light tanks. Tier 1 is light tank Fiat 3000 and L640 is a light tank as well. And starting from M1441 you are going to get medium tanks and medium tanks only, as you are able to see from here. Light tanks only two, boom. But talking about Tier 2 vehicles, not much to say really, because those are Tier 2 vehicles and it only takes like couple battles to get through them. How much experience you need? Rechards cost 1230. So I would say to get 1200 experience you only need to play like one or maybe two battles. Two really awesome battles or one extremely awesome battle, and you are able to move into Tier 3 already. And where we can find yet another medium tank M1542. And so far every single tank are with regular guns, no auto reloading guns yet. So M1542, regular Tier 3 looking vehicle. What I said about in my preview episodes as well, I like that they actually put some effort into the modeling all those lower tiers as well. You can see all those extra details, cherry cans and mini guns, and I like that they put a lot of work into every single tier. Extra toolbox, extra wheel, track wheel. So yeah, M1542 moving up into the Tier 4, where we can find P2640, and by the way all those tanks are with fully upgraded turrets and guns and tracks and whatnot. So you see how this vehicle looks when it is fully upgraded. But starting from Tier 7, let's take a look at some specs as well. And lower tiers are not so interesting, as I said, you get through them or you go through them super quickly anyway. And after gathering enough experience with P2640, 11,850 if I remember correctly, you are able to research Tier 5 P43. That is super similar looking but upgraded P2640, so P43. Almost exactly the same vehicle, just a little bit upgraded, with Tier 5 gun, 118 penetration and 110 alpha damage. And mobility, okay, 42. Finally we are talking about some speed as well, but higher tiers they should be a lot faster, because one trademark for Italian tanks was the mobility. So moving up into the tier 6, in my opinion this is the coolest looking tank, or one of the coolest looking tank in this line, P43 BIS or BIS version. And just that turret looks super futuristic, hull looks really awesome, mobility up to 50 kph, specific power for a tier 6 vehicle. It could be better, but I take it over 15 horsepower per ton is still pretty awesome, but I really like how this tank looks. And gun has 240 alpha damage with 140 millimeters of penetration. So starting from tier 6 we can talk about some good mobility, but still kinda average gun handling. -7 degrees of gun depression, 2.3 second aiming time, accuracy is nothing special as well, but keep in mind I do not have crew in it. Starting from tier 7 I have 100% crew in it as well, without any equipment whatsoever. And once again, tier 7 vehicle looks super similar to the tier 6 one. Anyway, it is almost as cool looking as tier 6, and I really like the rear of this tank as well. But P43 Terror version is our tier 7 vehicle. Gun handling once again is not the best. 100% crew, no equipment, yes, but 2.3 second aiming time, 0.38 accuracy, and DPM is actually lower. Your DPM is lower than in tier 6 position without any crew. I do not understand how this works. So let's take a look, maybe lower con, but you lose so much freaking penetration. So I really do not understand what is going on with that, but mobility is better, a lot better actually, and the armor is a lot better as well. In tier 7, 100 hull armor can actually bounce something. With that slope, yeah, I believe you can bounce something, and it has some gun mantle action as well, but most likely it is not going to be that effective. But P43 BIS. Now, moving up into the tier 8. This is where the special feature comes in, auto reloading guns on Italian vehicles. P44 Pantera. I believe it means Panther because it looks almost exactly the same as tier 7 or tier 8 German Panther. Most likely this vehicle was based on the Panther vehicle. Gun seems to be as long as well, so this is 90mm boomstick with 212 penetration and 214 alpha damage. 0.34 accuracy with 100% crew, 0.33. Aiming time is better, DPM is 1800, but as I said, this is that auto reloading gun. 8 seconds for its final shell when clip is completely empty, 11 seconds, 10 seconds for the second shell, and 8 seconds for the third shell, and this DPM is counted when you fire your gun only one by one. But I hope that you already know all about this new gun loading system. I have made many episodes about that, and I covered it once again in my Progetto M35 mode 46 as preview episode, so go check it out. But mobility is really awesome. Top speed 60, reverse speed 20, power to weight ratio 22.22. This is really awesome power to weight ratio. 1000 horsepower engine, so this tank is going to fly on the battlefield. Turret armor is not the best. Yes, armor is not the special feature of all those tanks, but this new gun system is, and mobility in higher tiers is. So I really like, I have to say, I like the gun handling, I like this new gun system, and I love the mobility. 56.32 traverse speed as well is bloody mind-blowing. So Pantera, P44 Pantera. Moving on, Prototypo Standard P, tier 9 auto reloading tank with tier 10 gun, so it gets the same gun as tier 10 Progetto M4. 360 alpha damage, 268 penetration and 330 penetration with premium rounds, and 105mm of penetration with HE rounds, which is also really awesome actually for HE rounds. But with 100% crew, your DPM is just over 2000. Your gun handling is not the best in this world, but once again you have that auto reloading gun, so you have 360 alpha damage. If you fire your shots one by one, your reload time is roughly 11 seconds. Without boosting it with medium caliber tank on rammer that you can use on those auto reloading guns that you cannot use on autoloaders, but you can use on auto reloaders. So this is another special feature. So you can boost their DPM a lot actually with ventilation brothers in arms, with different equipment and consumables, but the stock reload time is 11 seconds for 360 alpha damage. But do not forget that you have that finishing punch that all the rest of the tanks do not have. You can dish out 1080 damage in 6.5 seconds after firing your first shot. So you have that finishing punch. You can play with your enemy medium tanks, heavy tanks or whatever. You can play around with all the enemy tanks, and when they are around 1000 HP, just to be safe, let's say around 950 HP, you can move in and you can take them out in 6.5 seconds. So this is the best feature, or this is the special feature about all those auto-loading tanks. They have that finishing punch, but at the same time you have to play them as a single shot tank as well, sometimes double shot tank as well, and yeah, it takes some time to learn, some time to master all those vehicles, but still really interesting and exciting gameplay. And don't worry, I am going to make full preview episodes about this tank and about tier 10 Italian tank in the next few days, so you can wait for those full preview episodes with some gameplay action, full stat coverage and all that, all the pros and cons playing with those tanks. But finally we have super weird looking tank, one of the weirdest looking tank in this game, especially the front of the tank. This is amazing, how long one medium tank can be. Can you believe it? This is a medium tank, by the way. Progetto, or once again Progetto M4 Mod 65. Help me out over here, Italian fans. So as I mentioned before, it comes with exactly the same gun as Prototypo Standard P, but it carries 4 shells. 360 alpha damage, 268 penetration, and 4 shells in the magazine, and reload time between every single shell is 2.75 seconds, so it is patched reload time between every single shot level. And of course, full preview episode about this tank is coming up as well, most likely tomorrow, if not later today. I try my best, guys, so stay tuned for that. But I have to say I am super excited about this tank because it carries 4 shells, patched level, reload time between every single shell, full clip reload time, yes, is super long, but in my opinion it is worth it because you can dish out so much damage depending on the situation. So this tank is going to be interesting. Gun handling is a lot better. Finally, gun handling is over here. You can even do some sniping with it, but aiming time is still kind of average. So yeah, mobility is over here, view range, concealment even without camo, exterior camo, it is quite awesome. So yeah, nothing bad to say about Progetto 65, but the full preview coming up soon. So these were all the Italian tanks, a quick preview over every single Italian tank in this game. Next up, let's talk about some other new features with update 1.0.1. For example, I believe we didn't have any additional information buttons over here before under all those upgrades, equipment units, ammunition, consumables. Or am I missing something? In my opinion, we didn't have that before. For example, under gun, you can see what kind of gun you are using. I guess this is pretty standard. Under the turret, you can see view range, some extra explanation, I guess. So engine, I guess it simply shows how this vehicle drives, but under tracks, it shows the different terrains. It affects your tank movement speed, so it can be really helpful for all the new players. Radio. Okay, radio shows that you have to be in the signal range to see all the enemy vehicles on the map as well with your allies. I mean, you have to be in the signal range. But under the equipment, I found this actually really helpful for new players. It clearly shows what is happening over here with this equipment unit. When you move your turret, when you move your tank, for example, your aiming circle is going to be a lot smaller. And this one, you are going to reload a lot faster, so once again, quite clearly shows what is happening, and better view range. Once again, easy breezy, understandable. I like it. Thank you Wargaming for doing that for all the new players. Premium rounds, same ammunition type. High explosive, oh, you did a lot more damage, and wow, it actually shows that high explosive is not penetrating walls, which it doesn't. But a lot of new players do not know that. But after watching this little clip, they might pick it up actually, because in the second tank you can see that high explosive is not going through walls. How does heat affect? Okay, heat, same, so really awesome. Really awesome information for new players. Repair kit, med kit, and spaghetti. It shows that everything is just a little bit better. So yeah, really helpful information. I actually haven't noticed that before, and most likely it is new feature with update 1.0.1. If it wasn't already in the game, but if it was, I feel kinda stupid. But what else is new? For example, province map is coming back into this game. At first it was available for every single tier. After that they made it available only for tier 1 to tier 3, if I remember correctly, and I believe they removed it overall as well at one point. But it is coming back into new HD quality, and it is going to be bigger than ever. It used to be 600 meters by 600 meters map, but now it is 850 by 850 meters. This is what they had to do. They simply had to make it a little bit bigger if they wanted to introduce it to every single tier, and now it can see, or it welcomes all the vehicles up to tier 10, so we simply have to play and we have to wait and see how this map works out and how it feels and so on, because from the pictures and from the video it looks pretty awesome, but as always we have to test it out as well. But province map is coming back, Italian map is coming back with Italian vehicles. Moving on, next topic, premium shells and consumables now available only for credits. Premium shells and consumables have been one of the hottest topics on the agenda, and during the upcoming common test we will take the first step towards making a key revision to the entire mechanic, to the entire ammunition mechanic. So making them available only for credits, not for gold, is only the first step. As they said, for update 1.0.1 we are planning to disable purchasing premium shells and consumables with gold. And that is just the first step, as it will take some time to completely phase out all the numbers of the shells acquired with gold and all the data and everything else. This is when the state of shell economics settles down and we can go ahead with rebalancing. In terms of rebalancing, they will have many different versions of new premium rounds or new premium consumables, and the best fit will be decided by the community and the developer team, so stay tuned for more news. This is what they said, so most likely we are going to see premium rounds with different characteristics. For example, a premium round gives you option to get more damage but you lose penetration, or vice versa, premium round that has more penetration but you lose some damage. So you have some options instead of simply clicking that 2 button and winning, because at the moment what you do, you click that 2 button, you pay more credits and you get better type of ammunition, period. Because you get more penetration with same damage. But it would be really awesome if you lose some penetration and gain more damage, or if you gain more penetration and lose some damage, because it makes you think a lot harder what you should do, what would be the best, and you can play around with the ammunition all the time. So finally they are working on premium shells and consumables. Couldn't wait any longer. And finally, Frontline Mode returns. That was yet another 30 versus 30 tank battle action that I covered last year, if I remember correctly, and just in case I am going to put one link into the description where you can check this mode up, but they did some tunings with it, so let's take a look. By the way, this mode is available starting from tomorrow, not today. Test server is up today, starting from today, but Frontline Mode test starts on April 14th, as they said in the article. But vehicles, tier 8 vehicles only. I remember that it used to be tier 10s only. Teams 30 players on each side with an opportunity to team up in platoons of 5. Roles, one team plays in defense and the other team has to attack, as it used to be. Objectives. Attackers, they have to attack, they have to break through defense, and they have to destroy at least 3 out of 5 pillboxes. Oh yeah, now I remember there were pillboxes as well. Yeah, now I remember that mode. So everything should be in that video, only with tier 10s. And new consumables, by the way. This battle mode or frontline battle mode comes with new consumables: smoke screen, a cloud of smoke, concealing tanks, morale boost, a tank's crew and nearby crews receive a bonus to their major qualifications. And engineering crew decreases base capture time, increases the effect of knocking down base capture. Alright, yet another 30 versus 30 battle mode that we can enjoy. Hopefully this mode lasts a bit longer than Grand Battle mode did. Grand Battles, in my opinion, is kinda dead, but I don't know, sometimes I still like to play them. Anyway, Frontline is also coming back, and this was my episode today. Quick introduction episode to update 1.0.1. As always, if I have any more information or if you need any more information, you know where to find me. I am over here with the latest updates. So, update 1.0.1, let me know what you think, and stay tuned for my preview episodes about new Italian tanks. Stay awesome, take care, and bye.